WABG, the Delta's leading news source.
Thanks for joining us here on the ABC 6 News webcast. I'm Tanya Carter on this Monday, March 18th, 2013. Our top story, Greenwood Police continues to investigate the city's second homicide of the year. It happened in the 100 block of East Percy Street. That's where 22-year-old Tori Schaefer was shot and killed around 1:30 Saturday morning. According to Chief Henry Purnell, Schaefer and 4 juveniles were inside an older model Chevy Capri when the shooter walked up to the car and started firing shots. Schaefer was struck in the head, the 22-year-old dying on the scene. 3 of the 4 juveniles were also shot. One of them was airlifted to UMC in Jackson. The other 2 were treated and released. Now, the chief says there is a person of interest, but no arrest has been made at this time. A Belzona man who shot his estranged girlfriend multiple times is still being sought by authorities. Timmy Lee Holmes wanted in connection with the shooting shortly after 2 Friday morning on Windsor Court in Belzona. Humphreys County deputies, upon arrival, finding a black female suffering from 2 non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, one to the right arm and another to the right leg. She told police Holmes had come into the house and shot her twice with a rifle. Holmes then fleeing the scene and remaining at large despite extensive efforts to capture him by the Humphreys County Sheriff's Department and both Belzona police. Now, he's described as a 40-year-old black male standing 5'6" tall with black hair and brown eyes. Holmes should be considered armed and dangerous, and anyone with any information on his whereabouts is asked to contact the Humphreys County Sheriff's Department at 662-247-2551 or simply call 911. Meanwhile, a Drew man still being sought after shooting last week. 21-year-old Sylvester Watts wanted by authorities after shooting into an occupied vehicle Thursday night. Now, he's wanted for shooting into the Driftwood Apartments parking lot. Watts had gotten into an altercation earlier with another man, then came back firing several shots into the man's vehicle. Now, the victim was not injured. Again, Sylvester Watts is wanted. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you are urged to call the Drew Police Department at 662-745-2200 or the Sunflower County Sheriff's Department at 662-887-2121. On a much lighter note, groundbreaking for the new Applebee's in Grenada will happen just in time for summer. Applebee's franchise and local leaders will break ground for the new restaurant in May. Birmingham-based Quality Restaurant Concepts plans to build a new prototype Applebee's on a 1.6-acre lot next to State Bank in front of Walmart in Grenada. The restaurant will be approximately 5,000 square feet. Local leaders are expecting Applebee's to create nearly 70 jobs in Grenada. Mayor Billy Collins says Grenada is moving forward. He says this is just one of several projects Grenada is working on to improve the city. Turning to state news, lawmakers move into final budget weeks. Mississippi lawmakers are moving into final stages of writing a $5.5 billion state budget for fiscal 2014, which begins July 1st. At this point, the Senate is planning to spend about $20 million more than the House. The 2 chambers have until early April to agree on one set of figures. Lawmakers are considering tax incentives that could reduce state revenue by millions of dollars. Some Democrats in particular say that could cause problems because money is already tight. Now, funding for public schools is expected to be about the same in the coming year as it is this budget year. No across-the-board pay raises are planned for state employees, but lawmakers plan to use tax dollars to cover the increased demand from the public employees' retirement system.
You've been watching the Delta's #1 news source.